What is good, NIO family? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about some new bullish catalysts that just came out from NIO that make me very, very excited for the future of this company, guys. NIO has a new report on where they're going to be expanding this year to other European countries, which ones that make me very bullish. We also have new news coming out about NIO expanding to the US. That makes me very, very excited. Now, before I say anything about NIO's big news, talk about technical analysis or anything like that, I do have to mention some very important things first. First off, I'm not a financial planner, guys. This is all for educational purposes only. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. And not only benefits me, it benefits the entire NIO community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below and in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you will not only qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each with up to $3,500, but you're also going to qualify for free real-time level 2 data for US stocks with $0 in trading commissions. So please check that out if you guys want. And with that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So looking at NIO, it's currently up 1.54% for the day. That is an indicator that the news can actually cause NIO to move because we do have some big things coming out. Now, I know NIO is a heavily manipulated stock, guys, which is why we have to talk about what's going on with the share price and where I think this thing is going to go. But before I go into more detail, we have to talk about what's going on with the market, right? Look at the S&P, guys. The S&P closed at $464, up 0.04%. Now, right now, as you guys can see, it's looking a little bit more bullish as it did end up trading a little bit above its exponential moving averages. Right now, the MACD is indicating it could continue to start this bullish run. But if you look at it over a longer time frame, right, it starts these fractals where it runs up, then it dips, it runs up and it dips. And when it started to run up, then it's starting to dip quite a bit compared to where it was before, which means that we could continue to run up as I don't see anything really causing it to crash just for next week in particular. Now, look at this right here. Basically, the Fed's Brainard, for those of you who don't know, she's going to be the vice chair of the Fed, and she has basically talked about how her top priority is reducing inflation. Now, this in turn could be a little bit concerning for the long-term future of the market because of the fact that she's normally very, very dovish, and now she's taking a more hawkish approach. That shows that inflation is definitely a real issue, and we definitely need to start addressing it now. And that in turn is why one of her top priorities is bringing it down to 2%. Now, for the market in the long term, guys, I do see a correction coming, but for the short term, I still think the S&P could run by next week or for the next upcoming days. Now, for NIO in particular, this could definitely cause NIO to at least run up, as the market is going to allow it to run up. In my opinion, I think it's very undervalued, as indicated by the RSI. It's very low at 47.49, showing NIO is quite oversold in the past. And if you look at the share price, guys, it is very below every single one of its exponential moving averages except for just 2 of them over the shorter time frames. Now, that's an indicator that NIO is undervalued and we are just still primed for a big run. Now, look at the daily candles, guys. You can see that the MACD flipped with the 9-day moving average, showing that NIO is showing some bullish signs right now, which means we could continue to run up for next week. Now, when I talk about running up, guys, don't just worry about the short-term basis, because look at the fear and greed index. It's at 53 right now. It's pretty neutral, right? And it is moving a little bit more to the greedy side, which is a pretty good sign. For NIO, guys, remember something. Don't just worry about the short term. I still see this thing making big moves for the long term because of what is coming out. Now, because the news came out and it did cause NIO to run, I do want to show you guys this right here. This is the dark pool percentage of NIO. It's currently at 53.2%, and not just dark pools, I'm sorry, the off-lit exchange percentage. That includes dark pools. Now, that is significant because of the fact that NIO is a very shorted and manipulated stock, which is what's causing it to drop the way it has been dropping and causing the price movements to move the way they are moving. However, guys, there are some things that I believe. And that is, I don't think these shorts could really control the price of NIO forever, because this thing is already showing signs of really, really running up. And I think a lot of investors are going to be very excited for the big pieces of news coming out, because in the future, guys, I see as their earnings, their revenue, and all those things get better and better and better. Investors, not just in the US, but all over the world, in Denmark, in Sweden, in China, they're all going to be investing in NIO because they see some big moves. So even if there is that negative sentiment, I know as it is located in China, it's not enough, in my opinion, to really cause the stock to crash, because I still see this thing making very big moves, and the government really wants this thing to succeed, as it's going to improve their own country in turn. So look at this right here, guys. Huge piece of news. I talked about this yesterday. I'm also going to talk about it today, but this is not the new bullish catalyst I'm talking about, right? First, I'm going to talk about this, then I'm going to talk about the other bullish catalyst. First off, it's now reported that NIO expands U.S. headquarters as North American launch begins to feel more and more likely. So this is very big because of the fact that NIO has been leasing a new building in San Jose, California. That's 200,000 plus square feet, and that in turn is going to help double their footprint and also help them expand to North America because of the fact that they're going to be doing research on the EV technology in Silicon Valley. Once again, a very good sign in my opinion. Now, why is this very important? It's because of the fact that NIO is now getting ready to expand all over the world, not just 25 different countries, but in the US as well. And it's definitely going to affect their EV autonomous technology and really, really help bring investors in. I think it's also going to give them a lot more exposure, especially after this article right here. The Detroit Bureau reported that, look, right now, China, the Chinese EV maker NIO, they're making their presence in Silicon Valley. But on top of that, guys, look at this right here. It was also reported that they plan on making, or at least entering the markets in Germany, the Netherlands, Sweden, and Denmark this year. Think about how bullish that's going to be for the stock, for investors, for people all over the world that are keeping their eyes on NIO. When it comes to their sales, there's a 109% increase in 2021, and I see another 100 plus percent increase for 2022 as they are improving their production and their capabilities. So the last thing I want to show you guys is this right here. Once again, they're going to be expanding all over Europe, but they also stated this year from January 14th, 2022, NIO users in Norway can receive the new system update, the Aspen 3.0.5 NO, the company's first over the air firmware update, FOTA, outside of China. Once again, a very good update because they're improving their car every single day. Their cars are getting better, their production is getting better, their company, their customer service is just getting better, and I can't wait for the ET7, guys. So for those of you who don't, aren't seeing NIO the way I am, I see a lot of very bullish catalysts for this year and the upcoming years with the ET7 coming out, the ET5, their production increasing, and them expanding to many European countries from the Netherlands to Germany, all over the world, guys. I can't wait for what the future holds in this company, and I'm very excited. So with that said and done, guys, I want to thank each and every single one of you who watch these videos for all the support and appreciation that you guys have been giving me. I'm also very excited for what the future holds. And I want to just tell you guys something, okay? The share price may not be perfect, and I can't guarantee it's going to explode every single day. And I know that this thing has insane potential, but there are going to be times where it's a little bit in the red because of the market. NIO has done next to nothing wrong to cause the share price to drop, so that's not NIO's fault. But because their fundamentals are great, I believe eventually this thing is going to really see some good runs. I think a lot of investors all over the world are going to keep their eyes on NIO, and I do see some very big moves going into the future. So please be patient. I do apologize if I'm not always right about predictions, but I do think NIO is going to see a lot of green for next week, and we may even go to the mid 30s. So at the end of the day, guys, remain patient and just never ever quit on your dreams, and don't give up on NIO, guys, because I see big moves coming ahead. With that said and done, that's it for the video, guys. Please enjoy the weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. NIO to the moon, and peace out.